Okay, so in today's video I have got the Mini Brands lifestyle ball thingies in the normal ones, like the original ones that they did. Obviously you just open them up and you get like the sections inside. You know, if you know Mini Brands, you know what I'm all about. But these ones, you open it up and you have all of the like components to like make something basically. I'm explaining it really bad, but yeah, if you want to see me do those, then keep on watching. Okay, so I first of all started by just obviously opening them all up. I didn't really know what to expect when I opened them up, but I don't really think it was what I found. Like, this was, obviously I'm kind of uploading this in like a weird sequence, because these were actually the first Mini Brands that I bought. But you can obviously tell by where my intro and outro was filmed that this is a video that I've had filmed for a little while. I'm slowly getting through the backlog of old like pre-recorded videos, but yeah, these were the first like Mini Brands that I'd ever done, so I didn't really know what to expect when I opened them. But all I had seen of Mini Brands previous to this was obviously the ones with like the segments in them. I'd never seen one like this before. But yeah, it was quite cool, because obviously, as you can see, you get all of the little components to be able to make, you know, whatever you get inside. And these lifestyle ones, you have an option between little plants. Obviously this one is a little cactus, so you get, well, you don't get a choice because obviously it's a mystery, but you know what I mean. It was those, I think there was a bunch of different fishbowl ones and some candle ones as well. So I ended up with all three, and I actually basically went back at one point and bought some more so that I had even more to do in this video. Originally I only had 3, and in the outro I only actually show you 3 because I filmed the intro and outro after I'd done the first ones that I'd bought, and then I went back and bought more basically. So yeah, that was basically a really boring way of talking to you about the fact that I have more in this video, but in the intro and outro there's only 3. But anyway, as I was doing these, I was kind of using the leaflet that comes with it and just cutting out the ones that I had, kind of using that as a bit of a checklist, because then obviously if it's not on my list, then I know that I've already got it. So this was the one that I did for my mum, I believe, and this is just a little cactus, like a little succulent. Or no, actually, now looking, I do actually have this one still, but that was a really quick and simple little succulent. You just put, obviously there's no like resin or anything with those ones, so yeah, it is basically just as simple as putting like the soil bit in the bottom. Obviously it's not actual soil, but putting that bit in the bottom, putting the plant in, and then putting in whatever comes with it. So like that one obviously had like some little rocks in there. This one was the one that I did for my mum. I think it was definitely a candle one that I did for my mum. I'm not sure if it was this one or if there's another one, but these ones you actually have like resin pots to use. You put the little candle wick in the bottom and then fill it up. So the resin you can either cure with sunlight or you can do it with a UV light. So this one, for example, as you can see, I did with a UV light, but there was one that I did without a UV light. I tried it in the sunlight to kind of see if there was much of a difference. There isn't really. It cures no matter what basically, but obviously if you have a UV light then it just cures a little bit quicker. You don't have to wait so long for it to like actually sit in the sun, and you don't have to obviously wait for a sunny day or wait for it to be daytime. You could do this like any time of day. The only thing I found with this one, as you can probably tell, is it was actually quite difficult to get the resin like out of the bottle. It was a little bit of a pain to actually get it to come out. It kind of felt like the bottle was like half empty right from the beginning, which was really annoying, because yeah, I kind of wanted to fill fill the candles up sort of as evenly and as much as possible, but that was made quite tricky by the fact that the resin in this particular one was really difficult to get out, but I don't know if that's just down to the ones that I had, or I don't know, I'm not sure. I don't know if it was just like a slightly faulty one that I had, or whether they're all like this. But yeah, it was okay in the end. Obviously you can see that I managed to do them, and I put them under the UV light, along with, you know, like how I'd done the previous bits. So yeah, they were fine, and they actually glow in the dark, as you can see by the fact that I just turned my lights off like very momentarily. But yes, they do glow in the dark, those ones, which is quite a cool little added feature. This was the one that I did for my mum, I remember now. So obviously in this set, when you get like the candles, you get the tray to keep them on, you get your resin, and you get your candle wick. So for this one, I believe I also had some lemon slices, like tiny little like lemon segments to go in it, and they just sort of went over, there was a little hole in the middle, and they went over the top of the wick and sat on top of the candle. So at the point of doing this one, I'd got way more like into the swing of it, and got the hang of it way more. So yeah, that was a lot easier doing it that way. But yeah, this one I had a similar problem with getting all the resin out, as you can probably see, like constantly trying to, you know, like squeeze it out. But this one was definitely way easier than the other one, so it does kind of make me wonder if there was a problem with the other one. But yes, these were the ones that I did. As you can see there, like I said, there's the little lemon segments that go on top, and these ones do actually smell ever so slightly like lemon. Obviously because they're so small, it's not very strong at all, but these ones, yeah, like I say, they were scented. So after I had done this one, the last one that I had to do was a little fish bowl, and this was one of them that I actually wanted more than like the others. There was sort of no particular reason, I just thought they were really cool, and I was kind of intrigued as to how they would work. And this one, I have actually kind of put all of these videos kind of out of sync together, because this was actually the first one that I did. So yeah, it was kind of a little bit difficult to kind of figure out. I feel like this one's definitely the most difficult one to kind of do, especially right at the beginning, and like to start out with this one. It takes a little bit more like getting used to, because there's more parts to it, but once I had sort of got the hang of it, it was fine, and it made the others that I did afterwards so much easier. But yes, it was a little bit tricky to begin with because there was so many bits to it, but I did really like this one. I loved how the little fish came in like a little, obviously not an actual bag, but it looks like a little bag. But yeah, obviously you can see in the bottom I just put like the like rocks in the bottom, and then the fish, and then there was also like a little bit of, I don't know, like plant life, or I don't know, something like a little bit of coral or something like that to go inside. So I just kind of placed them in wherever I felt they would look cute, just kind of next to each other as much as I possibly could. It was quite sort of a small space to kind of fit it in, and then the last thing that you had to do was basically just cover it in resin. And I did this a little bit wrong. You're kind of supposed to do it in layers, but I decided to just do it all in one go, because I thought, oh well, is it really going to make that much difference? Yes, it does make a difference. It makes it impossible to get any air bubbles out, but I don't mind that. I don't necessarily hate it. I just, you know, if I had been a little bit more patient, there would have been less air bubbles or no air bubbles in it, but it's fine, I don't mind it. But this was the one that I did, and I cured it by sunlight, and then that was when like the bubbles kind of came through, and I wonder if I had done it under a UV light, if maybe the bubbles wouldn't have had time to kind of pop up, they would have just set in place. But it's fine, I think it's cute anyway. It's a fish bowl, and fish create bubbles when they breathe, so yeah, I'm fine with it, and I think it's really cute anyway. So those were the Mini Brands Lifestyle ones that I got this time. So obviously, as you would have just seen, I got the little fish bowl. Yeah, like I said, there are a couple of bubbles in there, which is kind of annoying, but does just kind of add to the little like fish bowly thing. And then I have this plant, and then obviously I have the one that I did for my mum as well, but I don't actually have that with me. But yeah, if you want to see me do any more of these, I really enjoy doing them, so would like to do some more. But if you did enjoy, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and let me know if you want to see any more. But yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.